It is 5 in the morning. I have not slept. I am running on fumes and adrenaline only. But I really need to get this out there. I have been watching that one fucking dual process theory video on how they solved FNAF on loop. Well, technically, yes, on loop, actually, because it is very good and it has enraptured me and completely taken over how I think about the FNAF lore. And you should probably watch that video before this one, otherwise this video will not make any fucking sense. But while I was watching it, I was trying to draw something, and while I was trying to draw it, I was like, hey, what's the time frame of the missing children's incident? And then I realized, with information gotten from that fucking video, we can figure it out! Okay, so somewhere in the video, it posited that the missing children's incident took place in between the period where Cassidy, Afton, to be clear, watch the video, otherwise nothing is going to make sense. It took place in between the period where Cassidy got bit and Cassidy's death. Now, it also, I think, I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure it also posited that FNAF 4 has to take place in the summer while school is out, because Cassidy is not going to school in that period. He's going between home and Fredbear's, and he doesn't appear to be going to school. Maybe. This is a solid maybe, but so is fucking everything in FNAF. So let's write that down as our first point. So our first point is the Bite of 83 and the missing children's incident both took place in June. Now, why June? The reason why it must be June is because the school year usually ends in June, so that's the earliest that it could have happened, and because Gabriel and Jeremy most definitely died on June 26th because of the newspaper clipping in fucking FNAF 1. So the Bite of 83 and the missing children's incident would have had to take place in June, and specifically it would have had to take place between June 19th and June 26th. Why do I say this? Well, I looked it up, and this could be completely false information. If it is, please let me know. But I looked it up, and apparently the school year of 1983 ended on June 14th. Because FNAF 4 takes place in the days leading up to the birthday, that would mean they would have to take place after June 19th, because that is 5 days after the end of the school year. Now, in realizing this, I realized it was very, very possible. I realized it was very possible that the missing children's incident could have taken place over the course of 5 days, and once I had realized that, the thematic relevance was absolutely irresistible. Now, we know that Gabriel and Jeremy most definitely died on June 26th, and after that was probably when Cassidy got springlocked. Again, if you haven't watched the video, I'm speaking gibberish to you. Watch the video. So, here is the timeline of events that I present. Between June 19th and June 21st was the Bite of 83. Now, I highly doubt that William Afton would just the next day resort to killing children. Afton is deranged, but I don't think he's that deranged. Meaning Susie's death was probably on June 26th to 23rd. I said that wrong. June 22nd, 23rd. The next day, Afton probably notices, hey, Chica's acting fucking weird, so that's most likely June 23rd to 24th. Either the night that he notices Chica's being weird, or the next day is the day that Fritz dies. June 25th is it's up in the air. June 25th is up in the air what exactly fucking happened that day, but it was either Fritz's death or just more general terror or fear. Although if we're going with this timeline over here, then this should probably be the 24th. No, wait. I'm getting so confused. I'm gonna say Fritz definitely died on the 24th. The reason I think Fritz probably died on the 24th is because that would mean that on this timeline right here, on this fucking timeline, that would mean Susie died, and then Fritz died, and then there's just a day where nothing happens, and then Gabriel, Jeremy, and Cassidy all die/go missing. So it gives more space between it, which is why I'm starting to lean towards this timeline right here. June 25th is where fucking nothing happens except total fear. June 26th, this is the one we absolutely know for certain, is that this is the day that Gabriel and Jeremy died, and we know it's Gabriel because of the fucking... Watch the video. Now, I think it would have to have been soon after that Cassidy got put into the Fredbear suit, because, 4 children going missing in a very short period of time, 2 children going missing is already concerning. 2 more at the same time is definitely concerning, and at that point they would have had security cameras, so they would check the security cameras and seen that it was someone in a spring Bonnie suit, and at that point the suspects would have been William and Henry, and William's main alibi is the fact that his child went missing too, so he can't possibly be a fucking child murderer, because he's a victim of the child murderer, so it must be Henry. Go to fucking jail, do not pass go. Meaning that in my mind, it was either June 26th or June 27th that Cassidy got put into the Fredbear suit and springlocked. So, to put this all together, the bite of 83 most likely took place between June 19th and June 21st, possibly 22nd. And then we have 2 timelines that we could possibly go off of here. Susie dies on the 23rd, on the 24th, I'm leaning towards the second one because it makes more sense in my brain. Susie dies on June 23rd. The next day, she's being weird, so William decides to experiment and kills another kid that night. June 25th is full of fucking nothing happens, just William making sure that fucking worked. Then, June 26th is 100% the day that Gabriel and Jeremy fucking die. And then it would have had to be shortly after Cassidy is put into the springlocked suit and goes missing under mysterious circumstances. So putting this all together, to me, the bite of 83 was between the 19th and the 22nd, and the missing children's incident was between the 22nd and the 27th, or the 23rd and the 27th, whatever fucking metric you want to go off of. I'm leaning towards this, because that means I'm counting wrong. Fuck. I am personally attached to the idea that the missing children incident took place over the course of 5 days. So, here's my personal timeline fully written out. Okay, so here is my final personal timeline. Oh my god, I've been recording for 23 minutes. My final personal timeline is this. Cassidy's birthday and the bite of 83 was between June 19th and June 21st. Susie died on June 23rd, Fritz on June 24th. June 25th, nothing really happened except probably a lot of fear over 2 kids going fucking missing. And because if Fritz goes missing on the 25th, then that would get clumped together with Gabriel, Jeremy, and Cassidy, and that would just not gel with my personal brain. June 26th is the day that Gabriel and Jeremy go missing, And June 27th is the official day Cassidy dies. This could be moved around a little bit, like, this is not final, but it is what personally makes sense to me, and I find it personally real damn cool that the missing children's incident took place over 5 days in fucking 5 nights at Freddy's. And also, June 28th was probably the day that the disappearance officially got reported and investigations officially happened, because that also just makes sense to me. So, there you have it. Thank you, Dual Process Theory. Your theory was, in fact, very good, and I'm very happy that I could figure this out. I really hope I can edit this video down to a reasonable length. I am personally really proud of myself from this figuring out when the fucking bite of 83 happened. I could not have done it without Dual Process Theory and their amazing video, but I am proud of myself for putting this together.